Caffeine is the most widely used stimulant in the world. You may be familiar with some of its mainstream names: caffeine, stim, no dose, maximum strength snapback stimulant powder, keep alert, or cup of joe. Let's hear a bit more about caffeine from our definitely real, not fake at all, chemical analyst.
Welcome to your caffeine crash course. When caffeine is ingested into the body, it acts as a neurological stimulant, and these stimulating properties are most associated with alertness. In plasma, caffeine has a half-life of 3 to 7 hours. Its effect is translocation of intracellular calcium, which is effective in hindering sarcoplasmic reticulum reuptake in striatum muscles. However, in smooth muscle, it does the opposite, causing the relaxation of vascular smooth muscles, so you won't be tempted to rest and digest. Its association with alertness comes from its properties as a competitive antagonist at the adenosine receptor, preventing adenosine from binding and making you sleepy.
Hey, get out of here. I got quotas to meet.
Hey, just to let you know, they're filming a documentary, so you're on live TV here.
Oh, okay. Come in. This is the caffeine degradation hub, where all the metabolism happens, courtesy of yours truly and a couple other enzymes. My name's cytochrome P450 1A2, but my friends call me CYP 1A2. Yeah, I have my hand in a little bit of everything. You've probably seen some of my work. I mainly deal with neurological agents that are polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. So you can trust that caffeine is in good hands. Heyo! Speaking of caffeine, our human's a bit of a caffeaholic, if you know what I mean. We see a surge about every 4 hours.
So what do you do exactly?
What do I do? I'm responsible for 95% of caffeine metabolism. I kick this pathway off by a caffeine N3 demethylation to yield paraxanthine. Paraxanthine is then sent off to the NAT2, or my distant relative CYP2A6, but I can also perform another demethylation on paraxanthine, removing the methyl from N7, which then leaves to go to OX. The only thing shutting down this caffeine demethylation machine is if I am not induced through aromatic hydrocarbon receptor-mediated transactivation, following ligand binding and nuclear translocation. Did I already mention that I do 95%
No,
of the...
yeah, I think we got it.
Hi, my name is xanthine oxidase, but you can call me Ox. I joined the workforce here as soon as chymotrypsin gave me my cleaving. I usually work in the purine metabolism department, but when it's needed, I provide my support to the caffeine metabolism department. For the current job I'm working on, I need to add a carbonyl group to carbon 8 of 1-methylxanthine in order to convert it to 1-methyl uric acid. Once I'm done here, the product is shipped off to the urea cycle department. I work fastest when I'm supplied with calcium from the endoplasmic reticulum and hydrogen peroxide. If my calcium supply is cut off by something like nitric oxide, my workflow tends to grind to a halt. I am one of just a few colleagues that have their superoxide and hydrogen peroxide licenses. Although my job is required, the tools I use can lead to some unique situations in the workplace. With the occasional exception of gout and reactive oxygen species with links to aging, diabetes, and neurodegenerative disorders, I would consider myself a safe enzyme to work with.
Y'all may know me as CYP2A6, but my really close enzymes call me no-nab oxygenase. I'm also part of the P450 family, which means I typically act as a monooxygenase, adding one atom of oxygen to the substrate, with the other atom of oxygen being reduced as water. I recently started a job here at the caffeine pathway, which is really cool because I get to work with CYP1A2. She usually leaves me with paraxanthine, which is actually 1,7-dimethylxanthine, and my task is to convert it to 1,7-dimethyl uric acid via 8-hydroxylation. Once it's been converted to 1,7-dimethyl uric acid, I transfer it over to the urea cycle department, where they're able to get it out of our system. Pilocarpine and tranylcypromine are also used as competitive inhibitors.
Hey everyone, my name is arylamine N-acetyltransferase 2, but you can just call me NAT2 for short because my real name is way too long. As an acetyltransferase, I am most involved in transferring acetyl groups from an acetyl-CoA to the various other molecules I work with. As for what those molecules are, they're most often different kinds of arylamines, aryl hydrazines, and aryl hydroxamines. My job specifically is involved with the activation and detoxification of these molecules. For my work here within the caffeine pathway, I'm able to remove a formal group right here from 5-acetylamino, 6-formalamino, 3-methyl-uracil, or AFMU for short, and convert that into 5-acetylamino, 6-amino, 3-methyl-uracil, or AAMU. The stable AAMU product is then plugged into the urea cycle, which is involved in the production of urine and out of our host body. I'm regulated primarily by the amount of glucose and insulin that is present within the liver, as well as other regulatory inhibitors that are present in liver cancer cell lines.